57 today. Um, Today's my 57th birthday. Just some words of wisdom, maybe, from someone who's been around a little bit um, on this earth, thinking back what I might change. And I've done a fairly good job, but the work's always going to be there. I think I've mentioned this before. Problems are always going to be there. They'll come and go. Um, but just work on spending more time with people that you love, um, doing the things you like. Like I said, sometimes you'll prioritize work and miss out on something maybe that's a hobby of yours, or spending time with the kids. Like I see people that trade work hours for seeing their kids in sports, or the Valentine's Day party, the Christmas party, all those little things like that. Do the little things like that, because work will always be there. But as we've said many times before too, the days are long, the years are short. It seems like just yesterday I was in college, especially when I went back to my fraternity reunion at our 120th anniversary celebration and saw guys I hadn't seen in 30 years, and it was just like the old days. But so every year think about that as you age. Don't let the tyranny of the urgent take away from what's important for you, your family, your spouse. That's another thing that often we'll see. A lot of our friends are getting divorced now that their kids are graduating. They held on just long enough for the kids to get out of high school or maybe college, because the mom and dad, the husband and wife, had nothing in common. That is another thing. Me and mom have always taken time for dates. We've try to keep things in common. We have a few things outside, obviously. Mom does like a book club, or she's had stuff. I mostly work, but I have a few things here, like taking care of the property. But always try to stay, another little piece of advice, best friends with your spouse. They're your secret weapon in business. They're your secret weapon in life. A husband and wife together, yoked, the same values, the same vision and objectives, are unstoppable. And that's what's hurt a lot of people today. A husband and wife are going different directions. They're just roommates, and people wonder what's happening to society and kids. So I think that's another important thing. Always to take care of your spouse and your relationship with your spouse. It's very important. It's more important probably than your kids, because after coaching for 12 years, with the majority of our teams, kids being divorced, it's just devastating to small kids when they see that. So, be able to say, I'm sorry, it's tough, to your spouse, but that helps go a long way as well, into staying married for all the 28 years we've been married, for sure. So hopefully that helps out a little bit, just reflecting on 57 years. Do the little things. Like I said, you always look back, and I sometimes can't believe the people that don't do things with their family. They don't take vacations, ever, thinking that they'll do it when they retire. And by the time they retire, like we went to Europe last year, we saw people, they're so freaking old, they had walkers and wheelchairs, they couldn't do anything. So don't wait. Take those vacations, hit the vacations with your kids, because they grow up so fast. And the vacations with your spouses, because like I said, problems are always going to be there. Work is always going to be there in some form or fashion. But that time is fleeting, and before you know it, you're 57 years old, you're an old man. So